Welcome to Global Village, and thank you very much for joining us today. My name is Ahmed Kassim, the host of the show. This is where the East meets the West. We do have two great people today, Mr. Desiree Kiana, who is one of the founders of Francophone Association in Brooks, and also he is the director of the youth programs of the Francophone Association. Thank you and welcome to the show again.
Thank you very much.
We also have Vivian. She's the youth program of the Francophone Association. First time coming to the show. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for the invitation.
Could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I am Vivian, Mrs. Kadima, and I am mother of four. I come from South Africa. We moved to Brooks last year in September, where my husband is working. And myself, I've been hired at Francophone Association of Brooks, where I'm taking care of youth, and that's what I'm doing right now.
Okay, thank you very much. And Mr. Kadim works with the South Shore Clinic.
South Shore Clinic, yes.
Oh, okay, as a medical doctor.
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Desiree, could you tell us a little bit of the achievements of Francophone programs last year?
The Francophone Association of Brooks, as we said, is we are running a youth program, but also we have the promotion of both language, French and English in our community.
Okay.
So we achieve too much. We have too much activities. So as a youth program, we put an accent on the success at school first.
Okay.
That's why our program every day we start with a homework club.
Okay.
But apart from that, we have different programs which help the youth to integrate the community, because we are running a immigrant youth program. So we need this immigrant youth to be integrated in the Canadian society. That's why we have two main programs for their integration. So the first one is the community connection and the employment for service for employment.
But you don't have to be a Francophone youth to join the program.
No, this program, as I said, it's a program for youth immigrant. It's funded by Citizenship and Immigration Canada. So you don't need to be a French speaking so that you can integrate the program. So it's for everybody. It's for all the youth in the community.
And if a youth or parents want to have their kid join the program, what would be the procedure to call the office?
They know our address, 120 First Avenue East, and our phone number, 403-362-0405. They can reach the Francophone Association easily. They can call, and they are welcome.
So they will come and fill up application form and all that stuff after that?
Yeah, when they come, they need to fill up a form, because you know it's a government-funded program.
Okay.
So they need to know exactly who is attending the program. That's why we give them a form. They will have too many important information. We need to have on the form.
Mm-hmm.
It's their date of birth first and the permanent resident card number. That's the main important information on the form.
And also a blessing from the family.
Yes.
The family has to also, the mother or the dad or the guardian has to be coming with them.
Not coming with them.
First time,
First time they can for the registration.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need a parent.
Yeah.
But after that, the Francophone Association
will
provide transportation.
Okay.
So we get them from home and we drop them after the activities, which is good.
Okay, so but first time one of the parents has to come for registration purpose.
Exactly.
Oh no, that's a very good program for the youth in Brooks and Count of Newell. Mm-hmm. Was it September first time you came to Canada, the family, or from South Africa, or you came different provinces before you came to Brooks?
Oh, we first came in 2013 for a site visit. We stayed in Brooks in Lethbridge first. It was for almost 10 days, and then Calgary. And this last year, 2014, we moved to Brooks in September with the whole family.
Okay.
Yeah, in 2013, it was just me and my husband.
Okay.
Came for site visit because my husband got a work permit
Yeah.
in Alberta Health Center.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then last year September, he moved in August, and we followed in September
September.
with the whole family.
Okay. So how you compare South Africa to the life in Canada then? Very much different, right?
Yeah, it's quite different. I feel safe more in Canada than when I was still in South Africa.
Mhm.
So the first thing that attracted us to live in Canada was the safety
Mhm.
for us and for our children,
Yeah.
and good education.
Yeah.
Good education,
Yeah.
which is compulsory
Yeah.
here
Yeah.
and free.
Yeah.
Although we have to pay not much
Yeah.
compared to South Africa. So it's safety and education for the kids.
So are they going to the Grassland Grassland public school or the Catholic school? Your kids?
Oh, they are at, I think it's Grassland
Okay.
Public School. They are
Okay.
at Griffin Park.
Griffin Park, which is the
Yes.
Grassland part of the Grassland public
Yes.
school. No, the both Catholic and Grassland both have a very excellent education in terms of education of the youth. Thank you very much, Mr. Desiree.
Yeah.
What are the programs that intend for Francophone Association since now summer is gone? Oh, sorry, winter.
Mhm.
We are in the beginning of spring and then summer. So
Yeah, winter is gone, and children and youth like too much playing outside.
yeah,
So the Francophone Association, apart from the homework club and different activities like presentation, because as I said before, we need to have this youth understand how to live in Canada. That's why we have different presentations. But for summertime, we have a soccer program. So this soccer program, it's an outdoor program.
Mhm.
And last year we have about 8 teams, and this year we hope we have maybe the same teams, and we need all the youth to feel free to join that program, because I know the big number of youth we have in the program in Brooks, they are from Africa, South America, which are places where they like soccer too much.
Wow, that's very good. I have attended one of the meetings a couple of weeks ago where somebody mentioned that the programs that you provide, either that soccer game or other programs, is there any cost that the youth will pay for?
The program is zero cost.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes because we have some people who are helping the program.
Yeah.
But sometimes we ask, like, we need a referee, we need jerseys, but maybe those referee they ask about $20 a month, which is nothing
Yeah.
comparative to the program.
Yeah.
I remember that the Grassland Soccer just last year, there was with my son, and I have to pay about $300. So what about only $20, which is like nothing.
Wow, that's very good. I think
Yeah.
maybe the person may be misunderstood.
Yeah, and this was only the first time that referee was asking for that $20, but the other years we never asked even $1. So
Yeah, no, I think $20. That's very much something has to be given to the referee because of their
Exactly.
time and all that. So
Yeah.
$20 is nothing
Mhm.
to hold a game.
Mhm.
It's good for the kid. It's good for everybody. It's good for the community because
Yeah,
that's
and it's for good for the community because now that's the only one soccer team we have in Brooks.
yeah.
It's even why I was asking for sponsors. We need sponsors.
Yeah.
This is a soccer team for the city of Brooks. So we need
That's-
sponsors to help so that we can go far. Because I remember last year we have a tournament in Calgary and Brooks was number 2.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
very good.
So, yeah, it's a very good team and we have good players.
So how many team you have now from last year?
From last year, we have this winter we have also a indoor soccer,
Yeah.
and for that indoor soccer this year we had about 6 teams.
6 teams.
Yes,
Wow, that's very good.
yeah. So there are teams from Mexico, Colombia, Somali. We have also Brooks United as youth from different sides,
Mhm.
and we have the Francophone Association team. So we
Wow.
have good teams and
That's
good
very
players.
That's a very good. I think that's very good, and
Yeah.
hoping that some other sponsors will step up on the plate.
I'm sure.
No, definitely, we
Yeah.
have a
We
great
have a
people.
wonderful community.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and I'm
Yeah.
sure that we have a great business and corporations that are there to help the youth, and
Yeah.
that's the whole idea. So
Yeah, we hope.
yeah, they will step up on the plate. When you come back in September, that was during the fall,
Yes.
but this was your first winter.
Yeah, it was our first winter.
So how you find it?
It's quite different from what we had in Africa.
Hmm.
So Africa is
Beautiful, shining all the time.
yeah, shining. We always call it yellow summer because it's really yellow.
Yeah.
And we were very scared because everybody was telling us about the winter here.
Yeah.
We thought we're gonna die.
Yeah.
My children were asking me, Mama, are we gonna survive?
Wow.
But we thank God that the winter was very kind
Hmm.
compared to what we've been told.
Yeah.
We had a kind winter.
Yeah.
And we survived.
Maybe it was a welcoming winter too.
Maybe.
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 Yeah, but at
Yeah.
least first winter is always. After that, you will adapt it to. So
Yeah.
you've been listening to many stories from people. Now you've seen it.
Yeah.
So next year you will be very much more ready for the winter. So this was
Maybe.
kind.
Mm.
You never know next year.
Mm.
So
Maybe.
it's up to the Mother Nature.
Yes.
Yeah. So Mother Nature was kind this time,
Yeah.
and we just hope for the best. So sometimes it's also too much snow. Also is good for the farmers too.
Yeah,
So we have to look from that perspective also.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the farmers love to have that because the snow will melt.
Mm.
Yeah, so it's also something that. But coming back, Desiree, to the point of how do you see still the diverse issue in our area? Are we moving forward, backward, or we are still same as the year before?
No, yeah, we are going forward for sure.
Good.
We are going forward, and compared to what we have before in Brooks,
Yeah,
where I will say that our community is going ahead.
that's very good.
Yeah,
As a diverse population.
Yeah, it's a diverse population, and people are happy. Brooks is a wonderful community, as I said. Yeah, you know, I came from Quebec, and
Yeah.
I never see the kind of people like what I found in the Brooks community. Yeah,
And kind of new.
exactly.
No. That is that's very great to hear. I think, but there is always room for improvement.
Yeah, there is room for improvement. I remember in Quebec, because back home in my country, I was working with community organization, international organization, and when I came first in Canada, the first thing to do was to be involved in the community, work with people in the community. But in Quebec, I didn't get that opportunity. But when I came here in Brooks, yeah, the opportunity was there. It was welcomed. So I feel home. I feel home.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Now that will I would like to follow up with the domestic violence
Mhm.
issue also, which I believe we talked last time when you were here. It seems still it's an issue all the community.
Yeah, it's an issue,
but especially when it comes to immigrant population,
Mhm.
it's increased.
Mhm.
Why do you think that domestic violence is an issue when it comes to the immigrant? Because of what? Not adapting the society that they are in, or is it something else that,
It
or maybe
depends.
misunderstanding from the police perspective?
It depends. It depends from different people. You know, everybody when he comes here, everybody has his own story.
Yeah.
Yeah, even if maybe people can think that, you know, this immigrant, they are like this and this, but we are all different. We are not all the same.
Yeah.
So there is some people who understand already,
Yeah.
and some people still have the time to understand.
Okay.
It's something we have to give time. I remember again last time I spoke about these people coming from the camp. Someone just spent about 10 years, 20 years in a refugee camp. So what do you think he can come here and straight adapt to this Canadian society? That person needs time. You need time. You need to understand that we need to teach him. We need to show him the example so that he can come from all those stories he was living from the refugee camps. Yeah.
So we need to educate them more.
We need to educate people so that they can understand exactly.
You know, that's a very good point. What do you think, Madam? It's an issue that is very much in. We have to be truthful in order to prevent things. So,
Yeah.
so is it a culture you think? Is it?
Yeah, I think concerning domestic violence, there is culture involved in, because for some, let's say for Africans families, what is considered here as domestic violence, maybe it's not what African can think of that. So in Africa, it's quite a different thing. And most of domestic violence are not reported to the police, because for those people who are going through it, they don't really take it as such. And there is also a Latino American community. So I think culture is involved. What is considered here in Canada as domestic violence, maybe in my country, it's normal. It can't be called domestic violence, yeah.
Oh, okay, so the culture plays.
Yeah, I think people should be educated, as Mr. Desiree said earlier. You have to educate people. And also, I think the most important thing is to seek for some kind of to harmonize cultures and the Canadian law, because there is no way that you can convince people to start exactly behaving as Canadian law requires from them. Yeah, so it's better to give them time to
adapt.
adjust.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, to adjust and maybe understand the Canadian culture.
You were saying something.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, people need to get the time to adapt the Canadian society. Yeah.
The culture plays a very huge role, and especially when people come from a civil war society, refugee camps. They have their own flashback
Yeah.
from what happened in the past, and anything can ignite that problem in any given time.
Yeah, that's why even in our Francophone youth program, there is we have some presentation to try to help youth understand culture differences. So there is something we can do when we are South America, what you can't do when you are here in Canada. So and there is some positive sides, there is some negative side, but people need to know how to work both sides. Yeah.
I think that might be a good idea also, is to invite maybe the police chief, Tom McNulty, to the Francophone and let him talk about what constitutes a violence in a domestic. Because she said a good point, which is what may be a domestic violence in this society is not what is a domestic violence in back home.
Exactly.
Mm.
Yeah.
So what defines how you interpret domestic violence in this society? Because you are not back home, you are here. So it might be a good idea to reach Mr. Police Chief Tom McNulty, I think, and see if there is some kind of workshop that might these people benefit out of, either from him or somebody from his department, not necessarily from Tom. He might probably be able to send somebody who might be able to talk, or he might come himself and then talk about. I think he's very serious about that issue, and that will benefit the community in general, and people will understand. It's part of education. What do you think?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yes.
But I always say that it's a question of time.
Okay.
Yeah, time, and let's educate people.
So when you say time, that means give ample time to the newcomers?
Yeah, you can't come. Someone can come today and think that after 1 month he's going to live as a Canadian.
Yeah.
No, he need time. You need to understand, as I said before, this person just spent 20 hours in a war situation, 20 years in a horrible situation. So it's not easy. It's not easy. We need to understand people, not to judge people. We need to understand them.
So we have to invest the individual. That's what
Exactly.
you're saying.
Yeah.
In terms of educating that individual so they will understand the society's law. And
Yeah, it's better to judge the society than to judge an individual.
okay, so give the education, necessary education for the individual, and then held accountable. I see. Okay,
That's
no,
a
that's
very
a very good.
important.
I think that's a very good point, and I think that's something that you might be maybe able to either get with Tom or other agencies, and maybe formulate an idea of how best we can reach the public, especially the new ones.
Yeah.
The old ones, they have been here. I do believe Rome was not built in one day. It was
Yeah.
built for many years.
Many years.
And I understand you are a lawyer in occupational wise. Are you planning to continue getting your legal degree here, lawyer degree here? Or is it
Yes.
something that maybe you're not looking for now?
It's something I will do later. I would like to further my studies
Okay.
because I did law by passion.
Okay.
I really like it.
Okay.
And for now, because I was trained as a teacher,
Mm-hmm.
so I would like to acquire a bachelor degree in education later,
Good.
from next year, I mean.
Okay.
And law can come in 2 or 3 years.
That's a very good point.
Yeah, I really, really want to acquire something more than what I got back home.
That's very good. I think I don't know if they have medicine at college, some sort of one step closer. Then maybe you can enroll university for education.
I was at Medicine Heart College, the one in Brooks. I didn't really get something that can match with what I did home.
Okay.
But when I went to Calgary, I met a lot of programs that can really, really help me achieve my dreams. But I can't move to Calgary right now because we just moved in. And
But some of them you can do online, I believe.
oh no, there is no program that I can do online. Yeah,
Okay.
all
Well,
of them requires that I should be there. It's 75% attendance,
oh,
so I have to be there.
well,
That's
maybe
why it has to wait.
sometime in the
till-
near future,
yeah,
maybe
in the
something
near
that you have
future, yes.
passionate.
Mm.
No, thank you very much. I think that's a very good to have a vision, and
Thank you.
definitely when you have a vision, then all you need is just action plan to reach
Yes,
Yeah.
that vision.
absolutely.
And if you don't have a dream, then
You are dead.
there you are dead. You are in the wrong society.
Yeah. You know,
Uh,
some people, when they come from other countries, then they come here. People don't want to jump straight. But I always tell people, maybe the first thing to do here when you come,
Yeah.
is to understand your community.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get the time to be involved in the community, understand it, and that will help you too much to do other stuff after.
I always joke and say, you know what, if we've been chasing hyena back home, that does not mean we will chase hyena the rest of our lives. So the society is a success, and the way you do your success is to sacrifice and have a dream. Everybody has a dream, whether you are immigrant or non-immigrant. Mainstream Canadians have a dream, immigrants have a dream, and everybody this country was built by immigrants. People have to know that, whether here or the US. So the foundation of the society was built by immigrants.
Yes.
And these immigrants came long time ago. So the new immigrants have also a dream, so they have to build, this is their home, and they will continue to build a very great Canadian society where everybody calls home and be proud of.
Yeah, that's what we teach. We taught the kids again last time during the Black History Month.
Yeah.
So we saw different faces, different personalities who came here in Canada to start this country, you know. So everybody has something to do, something to do. So the question always being, what are you going to do at your turn? So that must be the question we should ask everybody, and everybody should be able to answer to that question.
Thank you very much, Mr. Desiree, and thank you, Vivian, and thank you very much for coming. And we will hope to have you again. Until then, thanks for coming. Thank you, Desiree, as usual.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. This is the end of the Global Village Show today, and this is Ahmed Kassim, your host of the program. I would like to thank City of Brooks, County of New York, and Medicine Hat College for continuing their support of this Global Village Show. Until then, we hope you will join us next time. Have a great day, and God bless you all.